All right. So today we're going to be going over something that's honestly, because what I do for a living, that's honestly near and dear to my heart. And it means a lot to me, and it means a lot to millions of people in the United States. So I'm going to be talking about a project that's going on, and my job is just to teach you about it. So what this is the Wounded Warrior Project is what I'll be going over. So, I mean, the big thing about the Wounded Warrior Project is what it gives back to people who fight for our country. Because imagine dedicating your life, your whole life, in many chances, and some people lose their life and sacrifice and give the ultimate sacrifice to serve your country, and only to return home and you have new battles, you have to recovery, mental health, suicide, and this happens every day. That's why there's a thing called 22 a day. It's a huge problem in our country. So as a member of the United States Army, I understand this. Not, I necessarily haven't seen, psychological effects or anything, and I haven't gone through, war, so I don't necessarily know what that means, but I've heard about it and I've seen it firsthand, and it's definitely a huge problem in this country. So, the Wounded Warrior Project is a life-changing nonprofit, and it provides essential support to injured veterans. And, my goal today is to get you to, possibly in the future think about donating to this project. So this project was founded in 2003, and it helps post 9/11 veterans who suffer from PTSD, physical injuries, other service-related things like tinnitus, sleep apnea, acid reflux, a billion different things that you can look up on the VA, and it'll go over all that. Um, so some of the programs that they offer include mental and physical health support, therapy, counseling, rehabilitation. So, say your arm got blown off, leg got blown off, they have physical and mental help for you. Or if you have PTSD and stuff like that, they really are really good at that. And I will say the VA, there's a lot of politics or history with them not being good. They are getting better, and they're only going to get better, and they're trying to now change the outlook of how they look at soldiers, not necessarily of you get in and when you get out, they'll sort of help you and pay for you to get out. Now they're looking at holistic health and fitness so that you're healthier in the army so that when you get out, they're not having to spend as much money or it's less impact on you to not only help veterans, but to help everyone. So I'm sorry. Some other things they offer is career and financial assistance. Like they in the reserves, I found that they will look out and find you a job. There's a program that will find you a job, and this is also through the Wounded Warrior Project. They will help you do that, and they'll help you with any loans or debts like that. They might not take it all away, but they will help you and find a solution. And then they give you peer support, connects you to other veterans, other mentorship, other people who maybe were in that or who went through the same thing and help them. And you can find a lot of this on their website, the Wounded Warrior Project website. Um, so just a little bit of demographics just to help. Over 52,000 service members have been physically wounded since 9/11. I mean, that's a lot if you think about it. 52,000 people, and more than 500,000 of our veterans, our brothers and sisters, sons and daughters, fathers and mothers, have suffered from PTSD or traumatic brain injuries like CTS. Um, I know this is huge. I've known people who have suffered with PTSD, who have gone through it. I mean, I've known people through people who have killed themselves because of it, and it's just a huge thing that people don't really realize. Um, so, I mean, I've known a lot of people who's gone through it, and it's a big thing. Um, I mean, it changes people's lives. Like I was reading about a veteran named John who suffered from PTSD, who was able to regain control of his life thanks to the project and the network. And then, reading it and then reading about the statistics and all that, that I found that 80% of veterans in the project report improved quality of life. It doesn't really say how much or like what they were at, but it shows there was a improvement. And they provided over 40,000 mental health sessions to these veterans. So I definitely would recommend them. I think they're really good. Ways you can donate. A huge thing is to spread awareness. Everyone can spread awareness. You see this every day through marketing or anything. Spreading awareness, word by mouth is huge. You can volunteer at the local Wounded Warrior Project events or assist veterans in your community. help them out, ask them if they're okay, ask them how they're doing, or don't necessarily like, hey, did you kill anyone, or did you ever see shit or stuff? Sorry, but you just to ask them how they're doing, and they also have fundraisers like the Carry Forward 5Ks. They do things here and there on Veterans Day. Shout them out on social media, like I do Till Valhalla a lot on social media. And you can also donate. Every donation goes toward rehabilitation, careers, training, and counseling. Um, so the big thing I would say is as we learn, we see that this project changes lives and helps rebuild veterans after their service to our country. So you can visit the website and learn more, get involved, and here and there, and you can refer, share the link, however, and every little bit of support matters. So, our veterans answer the call to serve us. Now it's our turn to serve them. So, and then a lot of this you can find at the Wounded Warrior Project, the Department of Veterans Affairs, the VA, and the Charity Navigator will help this. Some other ones I just wanted to shout out that are huge that also work through the Wounded Warrior, but they're not the same company, is the Canine for Warriors, for service dogs who suffer through a lot of the same things that people don't realize. Till Valhalla projects, they raise awareness about the 22-a-day veteran suicide rate. And you can get some really cool and good looking shirts that mean a lot to a lot of us. If we see it, it brings tears to our eyes. The Simplified Americans Fund, a lot of recovery programs and veterans to their family. The Gary Sims Foundation, they support wounded veterans, not only that, but first responders and families through home building and emergency relief. And then the mission continues where they empower veterans to continue leading projects outside of the military and underserved communities. So yeah,